Well, nice to meet you. Thanks for bringing us in today. So you currently have two of our machines that we offer. We have the Smartgaurd in here as well as the Softbank. Let's go ahead and try and get those set up for you.
All right, sounds great.
So first things first, where for the Smartgaurd are high traffic areas that you want it to be running, disinfecting, and all that?
Sure, yeah, I think the biggest areas that we're looking for are the kitchen area where most of our employees have lunch and have coffee.
Okay.
Pretty high traffic. And then the workstations are also a big area. We'd like to have those disinfected.
Okay, so what we can do is we'll put disinfection points inside the break room on any kind of like high touch surfaces, so the counters, the fridge, coffee machines, make sure we get those, and let's go ahead and take a look at the workstations real quick too.
Okay, sure.
So we know where we want to go. Are there any places that you do not want the Smartgaurd to run?
Not that I know of. Are there any places it can't run or that you would suggest it not to run?
So it looks like over in here there's a stairwell. So we're going to go ahead and probably put a no-go zone in the stairwell so the machine doesn't even attempt to go through there.
Okay.
And as we walk around, we can take a look, find more no-go zones. Or are there any areas that a lot of people walk through during the day?
Yeah, so really these like front hallways and kind of the corridors to the bathrooms and the common areas are kind of those high traffic walking areas all day.
Okay. So what we can do there too is in our mapping software, we can put something called a speed zone. So we can decrease the speed of the machine, so if anyone's walking by or anything like that, they don't have any issues going around it.
Okay.
So
Great.
these workstations, you said each of these you want to be disinfected?
Yes.
So when we'll come through then, we'll put a disinfection point at each one of these cubicles. Are those filing cabinets used frequently?
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and put two there as well, make sure everything is covered.
Perfect. All right.
So you mentioned is there anywhere up in the front kind of?
Yeah, so definitely the front lobby is going to be a big area too because we've got vendors and tenants coming in and out all day. So
Gotcha.
That would be a good point.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and grab the front chairs. I assume people will be sitting down throughout the day.
Yeah.
Definitely the front door handles. Great thing to be disinfected multiple times a day.
Sure.
We'll put another disinfection point here
Okay.
onto these chairs. And I guess elevator. Elevator's another great spot to put disinfection points. People use that every single day. A lot of people using it. So we're going to go ahead and put a disinfection point there, as well as on the stairs, because handrails need to be disinfected every time.
Perfect.
Let's walk over here. So we'll also grab these doors, these door handles. I've seen people walking in and out, touching them. Grab those to be disinfected. And do they use these filing cabinets frequently?
Yes, pretty much any filing cabinets would be a good point as well.
Okay,
so
awesome.
Glad you mentioned this.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and put disinfection points here, here, as well as through this door. And just like the other workspaces, I assume you want these disinfected as well?
Yes.
All right. So we'll have the machine come through and stop at each one of these workstations to disinfect.
Okay, and is it possible to have like the printer and those areas disinfected as well?
100%. So we'll go ahead and make sure, I'll make a note to put another one right there as well.
Great.
So you mentioned the break room, so let's go ahead and here. Gotcha, definitely. So points that really stand out to me, definitely all the cutting surfaces, the microwaves, the drink surface, the vending machine, all this. We'll put points in front of water machine, vending machine, the refrigerators, the coffee machine. So, a lot of people touching those every single day. We want to really make sure that those get disinfected.
For sure.
All right, we can head back over into here. We can grab your water fountains for you. People are using those.
And then I'm assuming all these door handles too.
Yep, we'll go ahead and grab all the door handles that we see on the side of these hallways.
Okay.
Make sure they get disinfected.
All right.
So now that we've kind of gone over the Smartgaurd, let's head on over to the Whiz.
Okay, perfect.
So here is where we have our Whiz stationed. We put our home marker over here because it's kind of an out-of-way space, and because this is where the machine is going to be starting and stopping every single time.
Okay.
So as I said before, this machine is a vacuum cleaner using teach and repeat technology. So what that pretty much means is that the machine will learn what you do. So if you push the machine and vacuum, it will remember what you did.
Okay.
So we'll grab all these main corridors over here. We won't be able to get into the cubicles because the machine won't go under desks, as well as the chairs are there, so it's such a small space.
Sure.
But anything like chairs or trash cans or boxes in the aisles, it's not going to be an issue because the machine has sensors. This has a 2D and 3D camera as well as a LiDAR to go around any kind of obstacles it sees.
Okay.
So let's walk over here and let's see if we can't find any areas that maybe the machine will have more troubles with. So we've already discussed down inside the cubicles. Unless specifically asked, we're going to keep the Whiz out into these main hallways and aisleways. We won't go into your actual rooms.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Of course, the Whiz is vacuum meant for carpet, so we're going to stay on the carpet, not going to go onto your tile floor. As far as I can tell, I don't see many other any obstacles that the Whiz needs to worry about.
Okay.
So I think that our game plan to be is we're going to map the Whiz on all your carpet here on the first floor, kind of the main areas, the office space, the main hallways, down the break room, because again, that's a tile floor,
Sure.
and into those offices over there. And because the Smartgaurd UV can't go inside of these conference rooms, we have another solution for you. We have these UV fans that will come and disinfect the air and everything inside of this room too.
Okay.
So, well, we've gone through kind of our game plan to deploy these machines with you. Do you have any kind of questions for me?
The only question I have really is, so we have the one Whiz downstairs for these areas.
Right.
I'm assuming it can't go up the stairs or the elevator, so will
Correct.
we have another one upstairs to do that?
Definitely.
area?
We can
Okay.
go ahead and have another Whiz put in the upstairs as well. And we can talk about that and go through where we want that to run to.
Okay, yeah.